Did you know that Oprah was fired from her first on-air TV job? Hey everyone, welcome back to Up to Speed with David, where I chat with and celebrate cool people with interesting stories, ask them questions that range from deep to, did he just ask that? And of course, I give you the recommended dose of pop culture news prescribed by most homosexuals. I've cooked up something good today, a one-on-one you don't want to miss. Let me get you up to speed. All right, growing up, television was my best friend, and my next guest was one of those people on the screen that I wished I had as a friend in real life. Now, you might remember her as Kyla Pratt's bestie from One-on-One, or maybe as young Aisha in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. But I know her first as a mom, an advocate for all of her communities, and a chef who helped Sandwiches and Stella get their groove back. I have so been looking forward to getting up to speed with entrepreneur and co-founder of the Kind Kitchen Group, which uses culinary education for youth empowerment and community building, the sensational Sicily Sierra.
That was like great.
I love you so much.
Samesies. Ew, it's really gross how strongly I feel about you. You know, it just really, and I feel like I don't have the words to articulate how much I love you.
Oh, I love you.
Yeah.
This is so great.
us.
Look at us. Well, let's just get right into this, Kiki.
Okay.
We could start by talking about your career, your history as an actor, your journey to chefdom. But I want to start with something a little bit more controversial. There is a post on your Instagram that got thousands and thousands of views and seemed to have you and everyone else questioning everything. The toasted chicken sandwich.
Wow. I'm shocked. Wow.
And before you say anything, I'm going to list a couple of the ingredients which you fried. Mayo, olives, cottage cheese, pimento, and that's just naming a few. Please talk to me about this, and have you made it since?
Okay, I have made versions of it since. Now I can't take credit for it. I do love sandwiches. Like I'm wildly obsessed with them. The first restaurant that I owned with my mom was called Pinky and Red's. It's like so tacky because her hair was pink and my hair was red, but like was a sandwich shop. So I really think that the hardest thing that a person can make, if they made everything from start to finish, is in fact a sandwich. And so during the pandemic, we started cooking in the house, my kids and we would make sandwiches. And then I like had a really great sandwich community, but Barry from Sandwiches of History, every time he goes on break, I wasn't able to do it this year this past year because we did summer camp, but every year that he goes on break, he asked a few of us to take over his Instagram and do a sandwich. And they're like 1962 women only cook in the house books.
I think this was 1936.
Yes. And so that sandwich, because I always tell him just pick it. I'm going to make whatever you decide. And so he picked that sandwich, and I was like, Barry, I'm black. In my mind, I was like, damn, I'm black. Who's doing this? And then I was like, this is going to taste terrible, but it was delicious.
You went through all the emotions in that video.
Yes, it looked a mess. It was very Caucasian. It was very Caucasian, but sometimes the people get it right. Not sometimes.
I will say the one thing that I pulled out from that was, you don't own a toaster?
I actually do not use a toaster, so this may be a fail on my part. So I'm going to do buttered toast the way I know how.
I feel like we got one shortly after that video because people were like, you don't own a toaster? And I couldn't tell you where it is now. So it's very strange. So like our kids, and mind you, that was like a year ago. So my kids have never had a toaster.
I can't even toast bread. So where does your love and passion for cooking in the kitchen come from?
I can trace my family back 7 generations to a man who was enslaved on a plantation, and he was their cook. And so there's always been this story of like, you feed people because you love them, which I think culturally a lot of people do. So we were always raised to think that food has a responsibility to the people that you care about. It has this nourishment and logistical nourishment, but then it also has like emotional nourishment. So I've always loved food, but simply because I love people so much more.
Mm-hmm.
I love creating a space for people to feel valued and safe and consistent. And so I've always felt like food was the thing that could always bring us together. We could learn about people, we could have different kinds of relationships, we could break down barriers around food. So I've always felt this like reverence and responsibility to food. And I'm wildly obsessed with it.
I too am wildly obsessed with it and completely understand that part of it. It's the execution that is missing for me, but I watch my husband, my sister, they throw down on the holidays, and I am the first to open a bottle of wine.
The mac and cheese during Christmas. I saw these videos.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I saw.
Mm-hmm. Not me. I had nothing to do with it except tasting.
Hey, everybody's place is valuable.
Exactly. Thank you. Now, you're a well-known chef, but you also have an extensive acting career. One of the roles that you're most known for is probably Spirit Jones on One-on-One.
Happy Valentine's Day! What's so happy about it? It's all about love and somebody loving you. It's depressing. I thought it was 7:30, but your watch says it's 8 o'clock.
You were on that show for 4 seasons. You were not on the 5th and final season. And in other interviews, I've heard you talk about being let go, and it always comes with like such a level of peace. Was it always like that, or how did you get to that place of positivity if it wasn't?
Yeah, I was definitely fired, you know? And their thing was like nobody watched the show for the characters that they let go of.
Crazy.
Which is, you know, and I think that it was probably because I felt this calling to cooking around that time. Like I could feel in my soul that I knew I wasn't coming back. For a lot of reasons. I felt like I should be cooking. I was cooking then, here and there. I also don't really say this out loud a lot. Actually, don't say it out loud at all. I never felt like I was good at it, acting.
What?
Yeah. I never felt like I was. Yeah, I never felt like I was good at it.
Your
So
character,
now,
your character on that show, I have to tell you, and I don't want to get emotional when I say this, but I was a lonely, bullied kid. And I would watch shows like yours, and your character, especially because she was so kind and just such a light. I was like, I just want, and look, now we're friends.
Look
But
at that.
I manifested that. I just had that realization. That is
Look at
crazy.
We've been friends our whole lives.
Look, literally, you didn't even know it.
You did, hello? But like, I think that when there aren't people that look like you on television, it's hard because when they told me like nobody watches the show for your character, I've always been a little strange. So I was like, oh, I get it. I get it because I too am peculiar. And so are there people who see me out in the world? Are there people who see this character on television and go, oh, yeah, I can resonate with that? And because it wasn't what it is now, it made sense at the time a little bit that like they would go in a different direction.
Well, I was bummed.
Thanks.
But now I have you here. So that's all that matters. Now, I have to ask, you have Angela Bassett, Taye Diggs, James Pickens Jr., Whoopi Goldberg. I'm talking about Stella and how she got her groove back.
Hello. Yeah.
What was that experience like for you? And was Whoopi Goldberg your favorite person on set? Because she would
okay, I'm going to... Oh, I've never told this story out loud. I'm telling you all the things that I've never...
Spill the tea.
So, it's really crazy because I think I had just gotten my braces off. So I was probably in 6th grade. And we spent 3 months in Jamaica filming that. But I remember when we like got off the plane and they shuttled us to the hotel and like Whoopi was, first of all, you know, it's like one of those things where like, I haven't seen these people in 50 million years. Never are they going to remember me. But I remember what I said to that woman. And so my mom was so excited. She's like, this is Whoopi Goldberg. This is like such a big deal. And I walked up to her as like a 12-year-old and said, wow, you have no eyebrows. And she was like, and I was like, I will never forget that moment. What a foolish thing to say to someone. But also, but it was like rad because it was like our life was going to school for a few hours a day, shooting in this incredible background, and we learned so much history. I mean, we were taking tours and all because it was like we had to do school for 3 hours a day, so history was one of our things. So we would learn about the history of Jamaica, and then we would go jump off a cliff in the evening into the ocean. It was absolutely insane. It was crazy. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds amazing. You've had some experiences that are wild. Another one of these like childhood memories for me was Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and you played young Aisha, which at the time, I don't know, you were so young, it probably did not sink in how much that representation mattered. But now when you attend events and Comic-Cons, do fans come up to you and express that?
Yeah.
And what do they say?
It was crazy. I mean, it was weird because I was 8 when we started. I think it's such an honor to like have lived with people. You know, I think that might be the thing that I do miss about acting is that because I'm gonna talk to anybody. Like I'm a be in your face and we're gonna have a good time. So I think there's this element of like we know each other. We've known each other for such a long time, and I'm gonna entertain you. We're gonna have a good time. And so that part of it I miss. The part where that character means so much. It is a lonely business. It's a hard business. Especially being a young person in it. When you get a lot of no's or a lot of tweaking of your identity. This weird part of it that like the thing that you struggled with is the thing that someone else saw in you because it was something that they were hoping for too. And that part's like really cool.
You really are a superhero, not just the Yellow Power Ranger. We'll stop talking about the Yellow Power Ranger for now. But I mentioned it at the top. You're also an amazing mom. You're raising 2 incredible young women. What do you hope all these incredible life experiences that you've lived teach them?
You know, we're at that stage where I have an 18 and a 14-year-old. And so they're like, you don't know anything about anything. And I am what do they call it? Like a soft parenting, very much. I'll be like, well, what's your capacity? You know, think about it. And they're just like, sometimes my wife is like, or we could be like our parents and just yell at them. But like, I hope very, very different things for them both. Like for my older daughter, they tell their friends, don't ever ask me anything because I talk in parables and then sometimes in allegories. But like for my older daughter, I hope that she knows that she can be free and that joy is hers. And I try to show that to her in the best way that I can. It doesn't always work. And because she's so responsible and she's so check everything off and she's so defined by her works and what it means to be a responsible, good person, that sometimes you can be free and be all of those things too. And my youngest one is like slightly delusional, so it's great. But she, Marley, has been bullied a lot because Marley is very much like Spirit and very carefree. And so my hope is that like Marley knows that you've always had it on the inside of you, and you can be aggressive and a force. And fight for they also fence as a sport. So I guess saying that context matters. But like that you can be loud and assertive about the things that you want and stand in it and it have value. And it's okay if you're the only one who values those things.
Well, with you as a mom, speaking in these parables, I have no worry or doubt for either of
It
them.
don't always. Because sometimes I'll be like, what the fuck is going on? You know, like, so it's
Well,
just awesome.
you gotta give a little bit of everything. Well, they're not the only young people that you're working with and inspiring and helping move through the world. You also started a nonprofit called The Kind Kitchen with your wife, Chef Melanie. What do you hope these young people in this program walk away with after working with you?
So my hope is that our young people see us when they come into the program, they see us as the door. But they know that showing up is not enough, that you have to walk through the door, that you need to assess the space that you're in and how to work it to your advantage because you know that you're valuable and you know what you have to bring to the table to know what the advantages are.
They're like walking away with life lessons, not just lessons in how to cook something.
Yeah, no. Yeah, and we'll tell
I
them like,
love
oh,
it.
this is a lesson in failure. Or this is a lesson in teamwork. Like we have rules that they hate when they first come in. Like, so like when Trump arrived here the second time, we saw it, we would see it in little pockets. And so it was this idea when people were talking about politically, like how some people voted for everyone, right? Like everyone. This trouble may never darken my doorstep, but I'm going to vote for the good of everyone. Mm-hmm. And we would see it play out because we'd be like, okay, nobody leaves until everything is clean. And they'd be like, but I cleaned my stuff. And it's like, right. But the thing is, just because you're successful today doesn't mean that you're going to be successful tomorrow. And you would hope
need help.
And that you won't need help. And you would hope that you showed up in a way that when you did need help, you created a space where you supported other people where their knee-jerk reaction would be to jump in and support you. So nobody leaves until everything is clean.
Love that. We're going to play a game so we get 100% up to speed with Sicily Sierra.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you a series of questions. They're fast responses, like basically one word, most of them. You have 1 minute. I might start
like a sailor.
That's totally fine. You have 1 minute.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to be asking every guest that I have on the show a series of questions, and I will be calling out who is holding the mantle for the most number of questions responded to.
I like a competition.
DJ Lena answered 11. Up to speed with Sicily Sierra. Sweet or savory?
Sweet.
Croque monsieur or croque madame?
Croque madame.
The hot dog is a sandwich, true or false?
True.
Gonna name some actors that you've worked with or been on projects on. Give me one word responses for each. Angela Bassett.
Incredible.
Kyla Pratt.
Magical.
Whoopi Goldberg.
Eyebrows.
Cicely Tyson.
Majestic.
Shamar Moore.
Light skin.
What is harder, memorizing lines or memorizing recipes?
Memorizing lines.
Do you wash your meat?
Yes.
Top Chef or Hell's Kitchen?
Or.
Sitcoms, better with live studio audience or without?
With live studio audience.
Watch a 3-hour movie or binge an entire series?
Binge an entire series.
Oh, that is it. You just hit it. That was 14.
Yes. Yeah.
You are good. You hit those. Well, Sicily Sierra, we just got up to speed.
Look at us.
Thank you. You are fabulous.
Oh, I just love you so much. You're just so fantastic. I'm not going to sound like a stalker out loud. I'll just stalk you on the internet. But you're just fabulous.
You're fabulous.
And this is so great to see your career.
Oh, thank you. Yours too. Where can people follow you? Where should they look for you? Kind Kitchen, all of it.
I'm at Sicily Sierra on Instagram. Kind Kitchen is at Kind Kitchen Group. Our website is kindkitchen.group. Don't worry, you can go on there and there's a yellow donate button if you feel so choose. I'm telling my team we need 1,400 people to give us $35 a month.
Congratulations on everything, and I love you, my friend. Thank you so much.
I love you too, Mom. Thank you.
Isn't she delicious? Now, before we wrap things up, it's time to jump into what everyone is buzzing about because the internet has been working overtime. You ready? Let's get up to speed. There's a trend going around called the fridge cigarette. Now, Gen Z is cracking open an ice cold Diet Coke and standing alone is important here, by the fridge and treating it like a stress relief ritual. Now, health experts have thoughts about the whole Coca-Cola thing, but Gen Z says that it's not about the soda, it's about the pause. And honestly, as a millennial, I respect the need for a dramatic break. If standing silently in front of the refrigerator brings you peace, then I support your journey, girl. Now, speaking of things that bring people joy and also stress, I want to talk about concert tickets. I was just watching Jenna and Chanel recently, and they did this whole would you rather around the cost of concert tickets, and it was inspired by Harry Styles, who had recently announced his residency tour. Tickets went on sale, and on the low end, tickets cost approximately $368 on the low end. And the internet was not okay. So let's play a little would you rather of our own. First one, would you rather pay $368 for a basic Harry Styles ticket or get 90 large fries from McDonald's? Listen, if the fries are guaranteed to be mostly floppy, then it's the fries. Who am I kidding? It's probably always going to be the fries. Okay, another one. Would you rather pay $368 for Harry or a coach ticket from New York to Paris? The Harry ticket is not offering me a chance to hang with Harry, so sorry, Harry, it's Paris. And finally, would you rather Harry Styles or 22 movie tickets? Girl, with all the streaming services that I already pay for, I will 100% take the Harry this time. Only 22? That's actually wild. Let's wrap things up with something that's genuinely good news. Ted Lasso is officially coming back this summer for season 4. Yes, we thought it was over in 2023, but Ted is back, and this time he's coaching a women's league. Jason Sudeikis is obviously back as Ted Lasso, along with Hannah Waddingham, Brett Goldstein, and Juno Temple. The show has always been about kindness, about optimism, about believing in yourself and believing in people. And honestly, that's the energy we need injected directly into our veins in 2026. Am I right? If you have never watched Ted Lasso, this is your sign to binge, catch up now while you have time. And if you have, like me, listen, y'all, let's get ready to cry, to laugh, and to believe again. Girl, I need a biscuit. Huge thanks again to Sicily Sierra for such an incredible conversation. Make sure that you go and check out the Kind Kitchen group and support the work that she and Chef Melanie are doing to empower young people through food and community. And if you enjoyed this episode, do me a favor, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with a friend, and drop a comment telling me what you would spend $368 on, okay? And be honest, I'll know if you're lying. New episodes of Up to Speed with David drop every other Thursday right here on YouTube. I'm David, and now you're officially up to speed.